Every morning my mom comes into my room and starts going through my stuff like she's getting ready for work. It's annoying enough since she's a noisy lady. I was sleeping one time and suddenly woke up in the night and saw a figure. I thought it must be my mom, came to get something. I just watched and went back to sleep. In the morning, I suddenly realized that mom was at work at that time. And someone was in the room when it was dark. This freaked me out a bit, and I started to think it was probably a glitch. And then I remembered details, horrible details. The figure walked in silently, though you can usually hear the door. And she was very tall, at least 2 meters, and we don't have those. But the strangest thing was that she was transparent, in a white sheet, and no head was visible. How do you explain it? I have a younger sister, but she's only in 1st grade, so she's not as tall as this ghost. I thought maybe I was dreaming or imagining it. But it doesn't seem like it. I remember everything clearly. Even now, I was told that if something happens in the house, it means you should expect trouble and illness. And it did. Then I got seriously ill and broke my leg. I had to have it sewn. And that's not all. I constantly have something happens. Chains and rings disappear, and then appear in unexpected places. The houseboy strangles my mom, taking the form of a cat, even when no one is home. All sorts of weird shadows around. And one night I saw the head of a black cat with coals in its eyes, right in front of my bed. But I wasn't scared. I just went back to sleep, just like with the ghost. After I realized that something strange was happening in my house, I started to delve deeper into the situation. I decided to reach out to the locals to see if they had encountered anything similar. However, most of the neighbors brushed it off, claiming it was all fiction or just the result of overwork. Not satisfied with these answers, I decided to contact paranormal experts. After some searching, I found a group of researchers who dealt with similar cases. They agreed to come to our house and conduct a series of experiments and observations. During their stay in our home, many strange events occurred. One day during a night observation, we heard strange rustling and banging noises, but could not detect anything visually. Temperature sensors showed unexplained changes, and infrared cameras detected undefined shadows that moved around the rooms. One day, when the researchers left for the night, I decided to do my own investigation. Taking my flashlight and camera with me, I began to wander around the house. Suddenly, I heard a faint rustling in the hallway. My heart beat faster as I looked around and saw a figure moving in the darkness. It was tall and transparent, just like last time, and it was moving slowly toward the bedroom. I held my breath, not knowing what to do. Suddenly, the figure vanished into thin air, as if it had dissolved. This was confirmation to me that something inexplicable was indeed happening in our house. After that, I could no longer ignore the phenomenon. I began to study various ways to protect myself from such phenomena. I performed numerous purification and protection rituals, invoking the help of spirits and angels. At the same time, I began to be more attentive to my home environment, avoiding the places where these strange events occurred most often. Slowly but surely, the anomalous phenomena began to diminish. Although there were still occasional strange occurrences, I felt that my home was becoming a safer and calmer place. However, I remained vigilant, realizing that the world of the paranormal does not always lend itself to explanation. Living in the American countryside presented me with new mysteries and riddles, but now I was ready for them, armed with knowledge and experience.